Guess where I'm at? I've finally gone off the grid. No, I'm at the woods, obviously. So, I got out of class today. The woods is right here. It's a nice day out. It's like 67. So I'm like, why not? Get away from all the bullshittery for a while. Um, Speaking of bullshittery in college classes, not related, but kind of related. A lot of the stuff we talk about in these classes is current events. And so I had the ecology class last year, which was kind of depressing because a lot of the ecology was like, this is the environment and what it's supposed to look like, and this is what it looks like now, and this is what it's gonna look like if people don't get their shit together, and they're not getting their shit together. Let me tell you that. Um, by which, so I specifically am talking about the people in charge doing most of the damage. The governments, the companies, so on. But and then this semester I got a sociology class which talks about sociology and interactions with people and all the wacky mishaps that is nowadays. And a lot of that's like, it gets into politics too, probably more than it should, and they get into talking about how, well, the corporations are dominating everything now, and it's going to ruin society because they keep on getting bigger and things are more expensive. And I'm not exactly sure how that's related to sociology. It sounds more like economics, but whatever. I mean, it's true, but so all of that together, I don't have great hopes for the future currently. Maybe it'll get better. Hopefully it gets better. I mean, I have good hopes for my future personally, but the rest of the world is at the moment. But I don't know. But instead of complaining about all of that, which many people have done already, I got some personal, I don't know what you call it, tips, I guess, as to how to better clear your mind. Oh, there's some mushrooms down there. Clear your mind and tune out of all the bullshittery. That's a good thumbnail though, a good background. The woods. It's not greened out yet. Anyway, as I was saying before I got distracted. I know, me getting distracted, what are the odds? Anyway, so you gotta tune out all the bullshittery of the world, you gotta get yourself into the better headspace. You gotta not think about, whatever the shit is gonna happen a couple years from now. So realistically, if you're just an average Joe like myself, you got limited ability to change the world you're in. Like, they'll always say, well, you need to get together, you need to do this and vote on that and go protest and stuff. But realistically, like, you can go voting and protesting all you want, and ultimately it's going to have minimal effect. You should still do it, granted, but you got to get yourself into the better headspace for your own life. Anyway, is the point I'm taking the long way around to getting to. So the first thing that I personally would suggest doing, alright, is to minimize going onto social media, especially Twitter or X, whatever, onto Twitter or stuff like that, because a lot of social media nowadays is just politics and just people being dumbasses, especially Twitter or X or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Everyone on Twitter is just angry all the time. I don't know what the deal is there. Facebook, definitely. Just fuck Facebook completely, alright? I made a Facebook account like 8 years ago. I don't remember why, but I think I made one post and that was it. And the only reason I still have it up there is because I forgot the password. I don't know. I don't think YouTube really counts as social media. It's more of a it's a video sharing platform. You're not really, I don't know. I guess you could debate that one, but Um, or like Reddit. I guess Reddit's a social media too. I mean, there's good stuff on Reddit, but a lot of Reddit, especially Reddit mods, are dumbasses a lot of the time. I don't even go on Reddit that much. I know I seem like the type of guy who never leaves the basement and stays on the fucking r/nice guys all the time. But I don't actually go on to Reddit all that much. Fix my hair here. Um, yeah, so you don't actually have to leave social media. Me personally, I'm not even on social media like YouTube, and that's pretty much it, realistically. And I'm only on YouTube listening to music most of the time, so yeah. Um, the second thing I'd suggest doing to clear your mind from all the nonsense, to help yourself align your chakras or whatever. The second thing is to minimize the amount of time you're looking at the news, because every time you go on the news, all right, just change my hand here, getting tired. Anyway, every time you go on the news, it's just more like depressing and destructive stuff. You see, it's like, this is going on over there, the war in Ukraine, the war in Iran, the war in fucking Uzbekistan. I don't know. It's always wars, it's always conflicts, and always all this chaos, economic problems. And I'm gonna share a little secret here as someone who knows a bit about history and the human race. There's always wars. There's always gonna be wars. There's always gonna be dictators and evil governments out there. Okay. There's always gonna be economic issues. There's always gonna be some kind of impending problem in the future. All right. It's always going to be there. It's always going to happen. You can go out and solve as many problems as you want. There's still going to be problems in the world. So that's the second one. A lot of news sources are just really stupid nowadays anyway. Like, uh, a lot of the less reliable ones. There's a few good ones out there. Um, I don't, I don't know. I mean, but for the most part, the news is usually just a bad stuff, and it only ever gets you in a worse mood. Than 90% of the time, if you're living in America, it's just Trump. Like 90% of the time, the news is just Trump, and like Trump could take a piss and it would make the news at this point. All right, so that's the second thing. The third thing I would suggest here to do to better, I don't know, get yourself in a better headspace is to go outside, not necessarily to a woods, because most people probably don't just have one of these haphazardly laying around that they can go to, but you know, go outside the house, or at least open your windows. I think I'm related to vampires, because everyone in my family, they're like always indoors, and the curtains are shut and the doors are shut, and it's just dark inside. I don't know. I live in a basement and I still keep my window open and get plenty of sunlight. I got that nice vitamin D, yo, alright? I gotta keep this nice blonde sheen up here somehow, alright? I gotta get the blonde from the OG blonde in the sky up there. Anyway, but yeah, getting outside at some point. You don't even have to do anything outside, like just go walking around, stuff like that. Like in between my classes at college, I go walking around, you know, walking around outside the campus, you know, and I come out here because it's nice out, but you know, it's probably parks too. I don't know where people are living. If you live in like New York City, then I don't know, Central Park, can you go there? If you live in Chicago, plenty of places there to go to. But yeah, that's another one. Just don't sit inside and in the dark and gradually shrivel away until you turn into Gollum or something like that. Uh, that's another one. My fourth thing here, I think I'm on 4 now. Yeah, anyway, the fourth thing is to kind of tying into the other one, which is into the other two, I guess, is to spend a lot less time on your this thing, okay, on your phone, your internet. A lot of this just sounds like what old people tell you, um, but I don't know. If people get to be old, then they've probably done something right, I guess. But yeah, so essentially, just stop fucking around on like Instagram, I guess. I'm not on Instagram. I don't know. Maybe it's fantastic over there, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, words. But stop like just going on there and just watching stuff all day long in your free time. You can actually go out and do shit like outside, walking around, getting a little exercise, and you don't have to be looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but getting a little exercise, walking around. I'm always walking, granted, but yeah, just making sure you get some kind of physical fitness, and it actually does help a little with your brain there, and it helps you look better. I got this fantastic supermodel hourglass figure here. It doesn't just happen, people. Um, yeah. Uh, I had another point there, but I just forgot what it was. Oh yeah, eating food. You want to eat food, but you want to eat better food. Like, you don't have to be completely healthy. You don't have to go vegan. Okay, you don't have to go full Mediterranean because that shit's expensive nowadays. But not going to McDonald's all the time. I'm a little biased because I don't eat fast food anyway, because it just sits in my belly like a rock. Like, I eat fast food and it makes me feel worse afterwards. But yeah, and not going and getting fucking pistachio coffee at wherever the fuck, Starbucks. I don't know, that's just expensive though. I don't know anything about Starbucks. I drink plenty of coffee, but it's black coffee like a real man. But yeah, just eating stuff that's better, and also specifically not you know processed bullshit. I know if you live in America, it's pretty hard to get anything that's not processed bullshit, but basic food groups pretty much. Back in my day, it was the food pyramid. I think it's the food pie chart or something now, which same idea, I guess. But yeah, so there's that. And the fifth, is it the fifth one? I don't fucking know. The next one is and this is the one that I have issues with, is you got to get more sleep in. Like, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours. I don't know what the healthy amount is, but not like 2 hours. Don't go to bed at 11 and then wake up at 4, basically. I have that issue, but it's tied to other issues I'm not going to get into. But yeah, going to bed at a decent time, because then you wake up and you don't feel like your head is full of sand. So that helps. It helps you get into a better mood. And also, if you wake up a little earlier, you can actually get like breakfast and start your day out with before the bullshit. Okay, everyone's got to deal with some bullshit. You got to go to work. You live with people. Okay, there's a bird in your house and he feels like he needs to wake up the entire block by announcing his presence with his opera singer vocals. Okay, if you live with a bird, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you don't have to get up at like 5 a.m. or anything, but I don't know, get up at like 8:30 or 8 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, or just tune it to whenever you get up. Like, if you work the night shift and you go in at like 5 p.m., then I don't know, wake up at like 3 p.m. and then do whatever. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing anyway. I know that I still look like a divorced single parent here with the fucking all of this going on, but it does help a little bit, all of these things. So yeah, but yeah, so I don't really have an outro, so here's a cinematic picture of can I get the sun in this one? Where is it? There we go. Cinematic outro.